What's up, guys? So it's your boy DB, and I'm back this time with my buddy McMole to discuss this new supposed leak that's come out regarding the Galactic Legends requirements. How you doing, bud?
Pretty good. Thanks for having me on. I know this is something we've been talking about trying to do for a while.
It is. Ever since we started both working on Dragon Champions, we said we'd get one of these collabs done. It's nice to get it done finally.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, so I saw this, I think it was Cub that covered this. I think it's just Ian has also covered it too, this leak that came out on most Discord servers. Somebody shared it with me before and I didn't really pay it any attention. But since the big creators have started giving it the light of day, some people are actually jumping on this, assuming it's actually factual. So what do you think of this leak?
I hope it's not true.
Me and you both.
Yeah, especially the part about Rose Tico needing Relic 5. I really hope that's not true.
Yeah, that'd be absolutely horrifying. Mine's like Gear 7 level 53 or something like that
Yeah,
at the moment.
I'd probably die if I had to put Relic 5 on her.
It's painful enough putting relics on like Resistance Trooper right now, let alone Rose.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there was a Zori Bliss, a Y-Wing, a ship at 7-star. I mean, that's not even released yet.
Yeah, so we know that Resistance and First Order capital ships are coming with like the new ship raid that's supposed to be coming here very soon. Yeah. Sometime this year is when they said it's coming out. So we know we're getting capital ships for Resistance First Order. So I mean, the Radis being the capital ship, that's not entirely outside the realm of possibility. But Zori Bliss's Y-Wing, I'm not really buying that one.
No, me neither. That's kind of come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Of all the things I was like predicting would happen to this event, that sure as heck was not one of them.
Yeah, and I mean, also, we already have a ship for Rey in the game, her Millennium Falcon, that her and Finn pilot. I would much rather see that being in the requirements for her. It makes more sense there because, that's her ship, basically. So I would see that being more possible of having that be a requirement for Galactic Legends.
Yeah, I would have thought that would be the more likely one too, because it's including both Rey and Finn as pilots who were both having to take to Relic as well for the Phase 1, the bit that's actually being confirmed.
Right.
But I mean, the sheer thought of taking Resistance pilot to potential Relic status for a fleet mission, that's quite terrifying in itself as well, along with Rose, to be fair.
Yeah, and I mean, we'll likely see ships here. I mean, we've started seeing ships with what was it? General Skywalker's epic confrontation. So yeah, I mean, ships being required, that's likely going to happen here.
Yeah, see, I part of me thinks it will and part thinks it won't, because there's really not many Resistance ships. So if they're going to, you got to think there's going to be a couple more ships getting added, which actually lends a little bit of credence to the potential Bliss's Y-Wing. I hope it's wrong, but I mean, if they're going to do a fleet battle, surely 3 ships isn't enough.
No, we got to have more.
Yeah, so something would have to come. So yeah, if that was to happen, I would be pretty disappointed, because a 7-star ship on short notice is not going to be a fun farm, let alone all these relics that most of us don't have, because Resistance aren't exactly an A-tier faction anymore.
Yeah, Arnold showed in a video recently with Resistance heroes Finn and Poe that, with JTR and BB-8, you can do pretty well against a lot of the higher end teams. You can take on Darth Revan and Padme, can't beat General Skywalker. So this is something I talked in one of my videos as well, is like which one to prioritize, Rey or Kylo for the Galactic Legend. And I said in there that it would be a much safer option to go for Rey right now, because Resistance is in a better place. So they're working their way back up, but still at this point, it's really hard to throw like that team together. Plus, you got to have relics and stuff on them to have them compete. Yeah. And Finn and Resistant heroes, Finn and Poe, they just came out in the game, so we're not gonna be able to farm them for probably at least another month or two.
Yeah, exactly. It's something we can't even get close to Relic right now, because we can't even take them to Gear 12 yet, because we can't farm them yet. So
yeah.
It's a pretty daunting thing. I think they said they were going to release some more of the requirements in March. I'm sure I've read that somewhere. But
I believe, the Legend's supposed to come in March. So it's been a couple weeks since we got the first group of quests. So we're due for another group here soon, hopefully.
I mean, I would have thought BB, R2, and Rey wouldn't be I mean that's quite likely as the next lot, and that's actually the next lot on the list. So
right.
I can't outright write this off, but at the same time, these things aren't generally particularly reliable, especially when you factor in this is from a supposed beta Discord server, and to my knowledge the beta server was on Slack.
The beta server is on Slack.
Yeah, so I mean, this is supposedly some beta feedback from that, but at the same time, it's like, do CG even test anything anymore? I kind of thought they just, put all their code, rolled it in a ball, threw it against the wall, scraped it into the game, and hoped it worked. I mean,
I don't know what you're talking about. The Light Side Geonosian Territory battle was obviously tested.
Clearly, just like everything that's come out lately. But
man.
Yeah, I mean, so many of these things happen. People get excited and they throw their predictions out, and for some reason they feel the need to say they are leaks, and a majority of the time they're not. But
yeah, I mean, we always get quote unquote leaks every time we get some big event that's coming in.
Yeah, it's been happening since I started the game in 2016. I've been seeing supposed leaks out there, and some of them are so far from the realms of likelihood, it's crazy. But they'll suggest 8 new characters are coming or something. But this one's not too far from it, because the second Galactic Legends became a thing, I suspected we're probably going to need relics on everybody, and that's what this is predicting.
Yeah, well, they did say in one of the forum posts that not all characters are going to have relic requirements.
Yes, they did say. Was that Top Hat might have said that, or Crumb? One of the two.
I think it was a forum post by Crumb. We'll have to find it and throw it up in the video. But yeah, they basically said in there, not everything is going to have relic requirements. So that is something nice to know, at least going into this.
It's just whether they meant ships. Is that going to be their way
I don't
to get
know
around?
Because you can't relic ships. I wouldn't really. That would be kind of sketchy if they're like, oh well, see, you don't have to put everything on relics because ships don't have relics. Yeah. I would take that as inference that not all character requirements will have relics.
I'm hoping that's the case. I really am.
Yeah.
I really hope they don't mean, we won't make you put it on the pilots, because that'd be quite a cop out.
That would be a cop out for sure.
Yeah. What do you expect the relics to be? If you were going to make a prediction right now, what would you suppose the tiers would be?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, the Jedi Train Ray at Relic 7, that seemed pretty steep.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, that was a tough pill to swallow, because you're not exactly throwing her or unmasked Kylo Ren into the meta. Honestly, Relic 5 would be about the highest I would throw on anybody, or what I would expect.
I agree.
Yeah, because I mean, once you get to Relic 6 and Relic 7, those are some hard to acquire materials. Yeah, that's when you have to go out of your way to get.
That's when you have to really start breaking down gear that you're likely going to need somewhere else. And those blue signal datas, you tend to have to buy them because they drop they're just horrible drop rates on those things. So yeah,
it's like a 20% drop rate on those things.
Yeah, it's absolutely awful. I gave up last time and spent the 1,500 crystals that I got through arena wins because it just took forever to get them.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if I saw the scavenger ray also have a high relic requirement.
Right.
Because this is the next level of her, so I would expect the rays to have higher relic requirements than everything else. So I would not be surprised if Scavenger Ray had Relic 7. I hope that's not the case.
Same.
But it would not surprise me.
I mean, she hits hard, but she is incredibly soft, and I doubt it gets too much different at high relic levels, and that could be a Relic 7 I would put on Malik or something. I got to put it on Scavenger Ray. That would that would be hard to do. So do you see any additional characters coming for either of these factions that would tie into this event? Because, I mean, we got 13 Resistance members, I believe, and only 10 First Order, and then the ships is a 3 to 4 as well.
Yeah, we got 13 Resistance characters, and we've got 13 slots for Galactic Legends Ray.
Yeah, so it does tie in quite nicely for Resistance.
Right, but then you go and look at First Order, and you've only got 10.
Mm-hmm.
I would totally expect First Order ships.
So that's almost a dead cert unless they're going to give us more characters, because there's not enough characters to fill the slots.
There's gotta be First Order ships, and if there's First Order ships, there's definitely gotta be Resistance ships as well.
Yeah. So it becomes a factor of which characters are less likely to actually require those relics to be used. Very difficult to decide.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of hoping Resistance heroes Finn and Poe and Rose all like don't have relic requirements. They'll probably put relic requirements on Rose, but the new hero Finn and Poe characters, like those will be panic farms, I'm sure.
Yeah,
and to throw relics on those as well, ooh, I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, I'm hoping that if those 3 were the ones that didn't need relics, I would be quite happy with that because, as you said, Finn and Poe are going to be enough of a panic without having to somehow get them to relic as well. And Rose, she doesn't really have a great deal of use anywhere, so I don't really want to have to do that. And I imagine most people don't want to have to do that. I can accept Holdo for a ship.
Yeah, I mean, she's got anti-first order abilities, so I'm kind of wondering. Oh god, if she like becomes really good against first order, that would just be weird.
Yeah, this video is about to depress us both, I think.
Especially since she's supposed to be all about love, not hate, or whatever.
Yeah, she's gonna become the
whatever that terrible line was from the movie.
She's the one that can take out Supreme Leader Kylo. That'd be amazing.
Oh man, I don't know what I would do.
Yeah, it's very daunting. I hope this isn't correct. I don't believe if I was to put money on this being real or fake, I'd put it on fake.
Yeah, I definitely put this on fake.
Yeah, but at the same time, I'm pretty scared that it might not be too far off from reality.
Yeah, the Zori Bliss Y-wing, that's like the main thing I could say. Like, this is definitely fake.
Yeah, if I was going to say anything, it'd be that.
Yeah, the Y-wing just doesn't fit. Yeah, especially when you have Rey's Millennium Falcon in the game already.
Yeah. Relic 2 to Relic 5, I don't see that being too bad because I'm a free-to-play player and I don't really have any difficulty getting to 4 or 5 quite quickly once I've once you got that finisher piece put together. So I don't think that's too unfair. And I'm not looking forward to it, but still, I kind of expected this.
Yeah. What do you think about First Order? Or what do you think they'll do for First Order requirements?
Well,
because I mean, that's the one where you only have 10 characters, so they've got to bring ships into this.
Exactly, that they would have to bring ships in, but even then, there's only 4 ships. So
what if they require Emperor Palpatine?
That'd be interesting.
That would be interesting, wouldn't it?
That would be. I wouldn't be against that. The only thing they've said is that these characters were based on the start of the film, not the end. So I don't know if Palp's going to tie into that.
I mean, that's the first thing you see in the movie was, hey, the Emperor's alive.
Is a fair point. I hadn't even considered Palpatine till now.
That would be interesting.
That's a relic I wouldn't mind doing. I like Palp.
Yeah,
I use Palp
I mean,
in so many
Palpatine's pretty
metas.
good. So that'd be really crazy. I doubt they'll do it, but that'd actually be pretty cool if they threw Palpatine as one of the First Order requirements.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible because we're lacking characters. So, I mean, for 13, that would include all 10 plus 3 of the 4 ships. And I don't see that being too likely. So I wouldn't be surprised, actually, now you've said it, that Palpatine is included, which would be... That's completely caught me by surprise.
It just popped in my head. I was looking at it and I was like, oh yeah, duh, Palpatine. He's such a big thing with that movie.
Yeah, so that's actually a possibility. I wouldn't be surprised if we see at least one more unit come into the game, First Order related of some sort. Because, I mean, the faction's small anyway, and it always feels like there's something missing from the team whenever you use them.
Yeah. But how is your First Order looking?
Awful. Absolutely awful. I got gear 12.3 crew, and then it goes downhill from there. Everything's like 11.5, all the way down to maybe like gear 7 or 8. So,
yeah. I'm prioritizing Kylo over Rey for the Galactic Legends.
Yeah, I am.
They're my more buff faction. Just about all of them are at gear 12 except Captain Phasma.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's really worked on Phasma, and then if they pull her into it with a relic requirement, I'll be pretty mad.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I mean, I'll understand it if they do. I mean, she's like one of the oldest First Order characters that we've got. Yeah, because originally it was her, Kylo Ren, TIE Pilot, and Stormtrooper and Officer.
Yeah, that's the original.
That was the OG First Order team.
Yeah, and then they brought us Executioner with Kylo and Mast and stuff afterwards. But they've never really given us a great deal of depth of First Order. They've always been second string to Resistance. I get the feeling that Kylo's going to be better than Rey, because at the start of the movie, he kind of gave Rey a whooping.
Yeah, so my theory is that we're going to see a rock, paper, scissors with arena meta.
Okay.
Where we'll have First order. Oh gosh, I typed this up the other day. I've got to find it again. It's gonna be Resistance First Order and then 501st.
Okay.
Where 501st beats First Order, which beats Resistance, which beats 501st.
Okay, I can see that happening.
Or do I have that backwards? It's one of the two ways.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that happening because it's about time that Malik started to fade out of it, and he's still keeping his presence in the top 50 on my shad anyway.
No, I do have that backwards. First Order beats Resistance, which beats First Order beats Resistance, which beats 501st, which beats First Order. I think I don't remember.
Long as
I mean, with General Hux and like the introduction of him and the prevention of turn meter and everything else, I could see something being laid there to help counter Resistance teams.
Yes,
because usually Resistance teams are all about like critical hits or landing exposes and turn meter boosts and everything, and Hux can shut that down pretty quickly.
He can also shut down counterattacks as well, part of dominance, can't he? So as a result, and they do a lot of counterattacks through the likes of BB, and they always seem to recommend General Kenobi in these Resistance teams. So again, counter. So it's another way to shut that down. So it makes perfect sense to me that First Order would be the more superior team this time round, but at the same time, Rey's going to be every bit as good, and those 501st teams are going to get a real challenge. Yeah,
I think 501st, they're still going to be dominant, but I think that the sun is going to set on their dominance.
Which is a little sad. I'm a huge Anakin fan. I know you're a massive clone fan, so this is a big one for us.
I'm like 20 shards away from a 7-star General Skywalker, so...
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I've never really been able to fully enjoy that, but I'm hoping I can get him to 7 stars and maybe enjoy it a little bit before the new Galactic Legends come into play.
Yeah, hopefully so, dude, because I mean that's the meta me and you have both been waiting for. It's finally here.
Yeah.
And if these two come in and end that, I'll be a little sad, I gotta admit.
Yeah, but I'll be very happy if First Order becomes dominant.
I agree.
Because that's a faction I've always wanted to see be in the meta.
Same. I went all in on Crew when he first appeared. And
I feel like they got cheated.
Yeah, I agree.
With JTR coming in and how she was so dominant. First Order just couldn't hold a candle. And I was like, I don't really like that. Like, First Order should be able to compete against Resistance, and Resistance just wipes the floor with them.
Yeah, when they released, they seemingly couldn't beat any of the teams that were factoring in the top 50, and it was like, oh, that's a real shame. I saw Kylo get plugged into a couple of teams, but it was never really First Order. So, yeah, it was a shame. I really hope that this time around they'll be more dominant, have a bit more presence in competitive play.
Yeah, I mean, First Order Executioner and Sith Trooper both hit light trucks.
Yeah.
General Hux drives a bunch of cleansing and turn meter and boosts and everything. And I mean, you throw Kylo Ren in with his turn meter boost for First Order allies or something else. I mean, you've already got a team that can hit like a truck when it needs to. Yeah,
so if there's ever a time to make First Order good, it's now.
Yeah.
All right, well, that about wraps up the video, mate. So thank you for coming and joining me on this video. It's been great to work with you finally.
Yeah, it has been good. We'll be doing one on Dragon Champions here very shortly.
Definitely. So thanks for coming on, dude. It's been great working with you. Big shout out to everybody that's watching, supporting us both. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to both our channels. And until next time, we out of here.